Mr. Malinowski, thanks for your patience.
Thank you guys for being here to listen to this. This is good. Greg Malinowski, Malinowski Farm. A couple of things I wanted to hit on. The pages that I handed out to you, if you go to page 2, the very top item that start as left over from the sentence, districts, students, from the last one, those first couple have a couple real concerns that we have about the proposals being made in our area. One of them, for instance, suggests that there might be an addition to Forest Park, but it's financed by taking all the park and rec funds from the new 4,000 homes built in Lower Springville and putting all that money to buying parkland, and then also creating, of course, 100 2-acre executive home sites inside the park. If that's such a swell idea, I think the folks who are living in those homes ought to, go ahead and pay for the cachet of living inside of the Forest Park. And I think the folks down in the bottom, I think you're going to have a hard time telling them no swimming pools, no parks, no recs, no neighborhood equipment. Maybe you can sneak into Washington County and use theirs. It's questionable. I did want to push really hard tonight to say a couple of things. Number one, we need rural reserves. You heard the gentleman with the vineyard. If you've got if you're in an undesignated, you're not going to spend your money in your life putting in a vineyard because it's too up in the air. I can tell you right now that if you leave the Springville L undesignated, that our favorite land broker speculators are going to be in here every week telling you there is a special need that cannot be handled by your current urban reserves and this area needs to come in. And the special need has a lot with the amount of money to be made. I also wanted to remind you that on Malinowski Farms, we sell meat at the food front in Northwest Portland, which I think is Mr. Burkholder's district. And we also sell meat next to Wilson High School at the food front there, which is your district. And we sell up at the Alberta Co-op, which is, I'm not sure, you've got it again. Okay, that's very good. We sell in Cedar Mill, which covers your district. And I just want to let you know that we are working, we are providing stuff for Portland. Our farmers that are out there, Mr. Suleiman at Hyatt Farms, lives in Northeast Portland, comes out and sells in Portland Northwest Farmers Market. Farmageddon, those gentlemen live in East Portland and the St. John's area. They come out and they sell over at Powell and 21st. Larry and Lauren and Larry. They're out there, they're growing things and they're taking them back into Portland. They're kind of southeasty and they're starting to sell crops and get the idea that that's what they want to do. This little piece of Multnomah County is taking people in Portland, giving them a chance to do market gardens, and they're reselling in Portland. If you boot us out of there, which, let's face it, a rural reserve will save us and anything else probably won't do us any good because the time is now to develop it if you leave us undesignated or urban. You're going to boot all those people out of a job. You're going to boot them out of the markets they serve, and of course you'll boot us out too. But I just want to make sure that that's what you're looking at. I'll send you a map. I heard you got a map showing you what was conflicted in our area. Remember, Mr. Johnson, Department of Agriculture said you're conflicted because the people who mostly own your land around there want it sold for development, and they're not going to let you do anything with it to interfere with that. So that's why we're conflicted. We're actually excellent state important land, and I will send a map to you by email if that's okay. Thank you for your time.